Hello everyone, Antonio back again. Today we're going to be giving you guys a market update as well as me fishing. I'm going to head down to Siesta Key, do some beach fishing. A little bit different video. I figure I give you guys a market update the way I enjoy it, which is fishing. There's nothing like more. So today we're at CB's Tackle, right across from Stickley Point Bridge. Pretty much if you're coming to Siesta Key, you have to pass by here. I mean, there's no other way around it. So if you're going to be fishing, not bad to stop here. I'm going to get some pompano jigs and get ready for some fishing. So what I'm coming for in particular is what we locals call pompano jigs. These here. And I personally, half ounce is pretty good. I mean, you could do 3/8. I personally have never done it. I've never done quarter. 3/4, I guess if there's a lot of current. But my favorite color is pink and white and yellow and white. So we'll get 1 and 1, and that should be it. So this is going to be really good for pretty much anything on the beach. They're very effective. A lot of locals use them. If you've used them in the past, you know they're very, very effective. You just got parking. If you're not from Siesta, you're going to have a hard time finding parking. Free parking, that is. Paid parking you'll find obviously everywhere. Free parking is not very hard. Literally right across from the Villages, which is that shopping center there. There's parking, quite a bit of parking. It's all lined up here and right behind me, and you'll be able to get free parking. There's one other spot just one block north of here, or if I don't find it here, I'll go over there, and it's pretty much always guaranteed. So we're going to be doing today, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking, giving you guys an update on the Sarasota market. I got some numbers for you, and I figure what better way to do it than me out fishing. As you guys know, I love fishing. I love being out on the boat. So today I'm planning to walk pretty much the whole beach, throw a pompano jig, which we already have rigged up, and talk real estate, talk about the market, and hopefully catch some good fish. So stay tuned. Like I mentioned at the beginning, today's video, I want to give you guys the market update. It's no secret, Florida's really been through a lot this past year. You know, beginning of 2025, certainly 2024, it's been difficult. You know, condos got hit pretty severely as far as prices and just activity. More importantly, we physically got hit with a couple of very good hurricanes, one of which passed right over my house. It's pretty rare here in Sarasota. We generally don't get the eye that passes over Sarasota. I think it was 100 years since that had happened, and we got the eye right over. So it wasn't good. You know, mix that with the high inventory we've had, it wasn't pretty at all. But 2025 is looking to be a lot better, and you're going to see the numbers here. I don't take my word for it. I want to show you guys real numbers, and you can see for yourself. So we're going to dive deep in the numbers. I'm going to show you guys pretty much everything I'm looking at, the reports I have. You're going to get links so you can go view them on your own, and it's looking good. It's looking good. We're far from fully recovered. I will say that. I don't want you to think in this video, oh, Sarasota's, you know, on the way out, prices are going to start skyrocketing. We're not there. I don't think we're very close to it either. There's just that much inventory. But good news, pendings are up significantly from what they were last year. One can argue we'd come out of a storm, so it's not a fair comparison. And not only out of a storm, but out of a pretty bad market. You know, any movement would have already been drastically better than that activity. But like I said, that's a conversation for a different day. But regardless, pendings are up. Properties are starting to move. Of course, there's still properties taking 90, 100, sometimes even not selling. That's still out there. And then you still have sellers overpricing properties, hoping that this year, you know, it'll move. So there's a lot of that going on. Like I said, today I just want to cover real numbers so you guys could get a better idea. More importantly, I want to get out fishing. I don't know about you guys, but see some birds flying up and down the beach. Just beautiful. So right here on the left side of me is North Siesta Key. So this is the point, if you Google or maybe you know Siesta Key, this is the farthest point you can physically walk from the beach side, which is where we are now. Man, these waves are really picked up. So, but any further ado, guys, let's throw some lines. Let's look at some numbers. Let's have a serious conversation. As I mentioned earlier, from CB's Tackle, we got the pompano. Us locals, we know it's really a killer jig if you're looking for For fish, the name may imply you're only going to catch pompano. You'll catch just about everything. Not so much snook. Snook will go for it. They don't tend to go for it, but they will go for it. So first cast, let's see what we could do. Just kind of jerk it. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna try this spot over here just around the rocks. A lot of people, if you're not from here, you don't realize that these rocks go all the way around. Today it's a little bit higher tide, so we may not be able to get there, but it actually goes all the way around, and the water is freezing. These waves are not really helping at all. They're really, really stirred up. So I had a little bit of change right now. I found some bait and was able to catch a couple of them. So what I got now, I pretty much threw out a little weight and just got a bait on the end. And we'll see what'll hit. So while we wait, I figure it's a great time to talk about numbers. So the numbers I'm going to be talking about are pretty much October 2025 numbers. We still don't have the most recent ones for November. That just closed out literally a couple days ago. So I wanted to be able to give you guys the most recent numbers. With closed sales for October 2025, we're at 21,191. For last year, the same time, we were at 18,617. So year over year percentage, it's gotten better by almost 14%, which is not bad at all. A lot of people that move here do pay in cash. So let's look at the cash transactions, right? So for October 2025, it was 5,700. October 2024 was 4,800. So we've had close to a 19% increase year over year. Median sell price for October 2025 was 411. Last year was 415. So we had almost a 1% decrease. Nothing crazy. So that's what I'm telling a lot of people I talk to. The market, I don't think is, if you want to call it bad, I guess we could call it that, but the market's not going to get any worse than we've seen. At least I don't think. And certainly the numbers are showing that. Now the average sales price in Sarasota, Siesta Key area is around 607. Last year, it was about 591. So it's come up almost 3%, which is not bad at all. So as far as the volume that's come in so far, there's been $12.9 billion in real estate in October 2025. Last year, there was 11 billion. So we've had almost a 7% increase. One other important number that I look at is days on market or time to sell. So days on market this year were 93. Last year were 89. So surprisingly, we've actually gone up. That's about 4.5%. I myself on the ground, I feel I haven't noticed that. I've actually noticed different, but clearly the numbers are showing that it's not all 100% true what I've been noticing. So pending sales, like I mentioned, this year for October, we're at 21,768. Last year, we were at 17,691. So we're 23% increase on pending sales, which is exactly what I've been seeing, what my clients and I've been doing as far as contracts. So it's certainly showing that. As far as new listings, this one is I'll get into this one a little bit. So new listings is 29,000, where last year was 26,000. So we've had almost a 13% increase. So a lot of what's happening, and I think, I don't know who's to blame, agents or sellers, but a lot of people are thinking and hearing that, oh my God, the market's about to skyrocket. Like I mentioned earlier, these numbers are looking better, but it's going to take us a while to recover because we literally have just that much inventory. And I think a lot of sellers are getting the information. Maybe some agents aren't educating them, and they're thinking that the market's about to boom, which I don't think so. And that's probably why we're seeing the spike. A lot of these sellers are ones that clearly didn't sell last year. So they're really trying to jump on the wagon and see if maybe they could sell this year. So pending inventory, again, shows really good, 27,000. Last year was 25,782. So it's almost a 5% increase, which again is showing exactly what I've been seeing. As far as months of inventory, for October, we were at 5.1, which is actually not bad. Still a little high. surprisingly for October 2024, we are at 4.7. So we've had almost a 9% increase for months of inventory. I think I had a bite. Oh no, I didn't get a bite. My bait made it all the way back here in the rocks from all the waves. So let's see what happened. So no luck with the bait. I ended up switching back to what I started with, which is a pompano. Just this water really isn't, these waves aren't allowing you to get anything out there. So it's a little bit more difficult. So while we walk a little bit up north, I'm gonna try and pitch it over there. So based on these numbers, how can these be digested? So let's cover a few things. Is the market getting better? I mean, I guess so, but we're comparing it to 2024, which was a horrible. I mean, it was pretty bad. You know, it probably wasn't the bare bottom of what Florida has seen, but it wasn't great. I mean, the numbers just weren't very good. The hurricanes certainly, I'm sure, swayed numbers drastically. So it's not a great comparison to really have when comparing it to last year. Now, what I've seen on the ground, this is just my opinion on how I've experienced it here on the ground. Of course, numbers is one thing, but I want to tell you my experience. So I've been seeing the nice properties, the properties that are really nice, really updated, those are moving significantly faster than they were around last year. Last year, it was just so hard. I think the hurricane really scared a lot of people away, and they really wanted to see, you know, what was going to happen. I will say that the nice properties are moving significantly faster than they were last year. Of course, there's variables to that. The property has to be priced right. And I think that's the most important thing. I think a lot of sellers right now are still overpricing property. You know, it seems like they haven't learned their lesson from last year. Maybe they're not to blame. Maybe it's their agent, you know, telling them, oh, the market's about to take off and we're about to have a flood of people start buying. And of course, if you're a seller and you hear that information, what are you going to do? You're going to say, well, you know, put the price up there, you know, so we get top dollar. I think that's something that's certainly to consider. But all in all, I think the market's getting significantly better. There's still a ton of condos out there. I think what hurt the condo market a lot down here in Sarasota, Longboat, pretty much all these, I mean, you could see the condos for yourself straight out there. What really hurt them was the hurricane, insurance costs. There was a lot of stuff that was being required, a lot of increases with upgrades that the insurances were making people do. One example is a lot of these communities had to install hurricane impact rated windows. So that was certainly not a cost that the HOA community was going to cover. So who do you think got the bill? Of course, the homeowners, right? I think specifically the condo market is going to take a lot longer to recover. I do foresee the real estate one recovering quicker. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not going to happen overnight. I don't even think it's going to happen within a year. I just think we have that much inventory that it's going to take at least over a year. But regardless, the condos are certainly going to take longer to recover, is my opinion. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit of a different video than I'm used to doing. This was a non-scripted video. Just me out running and gunning, doing some fishing. Sadly, today was just not that day. I mean, these waves are, for what we're used to seeing, this is really bad waves. If you've seen any of my videos down here, I've done quite a few. It's never even close to this. So I should have expected the bite wasn't going to be on. Regardless, we got to get out. Family's right behind me. They're out there building sandcastles, playing in the sand. And I'm out here fishing and doing a video for all of you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I love to hear your feedback on what you think exactly the market's doing down here. You know, I'm giving you my opinion from here on the ground. You know, maybe your opinion is going to be different because you're looking at it from a different perspective. I'd love to hear your opinion. Love to chat down in the comment box below. If you guys love this video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. If you're considering making a move down here, you have any questions about the market, maybe you're just a tourist traveling down here and you stumble across my video. I got a lot of places, got a lot of secret spots. If you're touring down here, where us locals go to, where us locals eat, I'd be happy to share, even put together an itinerary for you. So feel free to contact me. All my contact information is down below. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.